We live, we out here. You know how we do. Thanks for joining us. The crew will be here in a few seconds. Give me a few minutes and I bring you the show, as you know.
With the game, I'm standing out in the crowd. I'm so hot, gotta stack that case down my back. Got the beats, banging, speakers bumping loud. I'm the king of the game, I'm standing out in the crowd. I'm so hard, gotta stack that cash. Yellow tape wrapped around, I'm making a splash. My flow so hot, it's burning up the scene. When I step into the room, you know what I mean. Yellow tape, yellow tape, yellow tape. We on fire, we the ones in charge. Ain't none time. Turn it up, let the beat drop low. Yellow tape everywhere, it's our time to show.
Practice. I can show you practice. I can show you how to put $1 million in a mattress. I can show the difference between an icon and a classic. Baby in the major should be rolling in a basket. I'm advanced, and it's a lot of dance. From anywhere, my jewelry jump like Ja Morant. And Kif Tower shorts got me tanning with the babes. You would be a surfer if you ever had this wave. I just switch up my cabana, they throw shade. Matter top 5, the top wives know I'm the fade. And though I'm out the loop, I be mute, playing cute, nothing to say to you. Cause when I'm back home, I'm like Kyrie, I won't play with you. This is magic with the fur. Tim Duncan on the spur. Tanya Harton on the skate. This that Kobe number 8. This the kick over the head in the hand of Sue Bird. This boy's superb. All I got is 2 words. Mace.
Uncle Jackie.
Yellow tape, we walking on the scene. Uncle Jackie and the Tio Jay team. Podcast live, catch us on the stream. East Coast vibes, heavy with the beam. We're the talk, all on the map. Spitting truth in every rap. Got the city on our back. No chance, man, no cap.
Yellow tape, we're here to say. Podcast buzzing night and say.
Uncle Jackie, talk with flair in the world of sports, ain't nothing rare. He constructed waves, breaking it down. East Coast vibes setting the tone in town. From touchdowns to home runs, they cover it all. The podcast hype is never gonna fall. Tio Jay sparking the bass, driving the flow. With every episode, their legend starts to grow. Tune in to rhythm, feeling East Coast pride. Jackie and Tio Jay taking you for a ride. Every story unfolds with precision and might. Sports come alive under the spotlight.
Rockin' up with Jackie in the mic zone. Tio Jay Sports for legends and thrones. Queer rhythm gods in the flow, no clone. Chatting up stories that we highlight. From the East Coast streets, rap echo flows. Doc and the crew where spotlight shows. Uncle Jackie's voice like the wind that blows.
Cash hustle, everybody knows.
Everybody knows. What's good, y'all? How we doing? Talk with New York. We got to talk with New York inside the building. What up, Uncle Jackie? What's poppin'? We got Tio Jay inside the building. I thought we had the season finale last week. What's going on?
That's what I'm saying. You guys woke me up out of my hibernation. I was resting and trying to get my beauty sleep and shit.
Look, I was bored today. I said, yo, today Wednesday. Want to do a show.
Fuck yeah.
I said, I know everybody else's time slot was like Uncle Jack, I don't know what he be doing around this time. You know what I mean? He be flipping on us, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
I know Tio Jay gets off of work around this time. I know he usually brush home and catch us, you know what I mean? I was like, I wonder what he doing. Let's see if you want to join the show. What's good, y'all? How we doing?
Cooling. Chilling like a
I feel you. Dow Jones, everybody should be cooling today. Everybody should have some type of smile on their face. Dow Jones is up. You know what I mean? The NASDAQ is up. The stock market is up. I mean,
Yeah, man, that's how I'm feeling. Easy day. Can't complain. I rushed through to make sure I had some time for all of this. Getting the last assortment done right now.
Facts. But just as much as we having a good day, you know what I mean. Sad news out of the Dominican Republic with that the Jet Set nightclub with the roof collapse, and then over 100 plus people passing away, losing their lives, and
Yo, I gotta finish because I'm gonna let y'all know somebody that was there.
and plus 150 injured. There's a couple of major players there last night. Ex-Yankees player,
Top Silvio Hotel.
yeah, as well as a famous merengue player. Not a merengue player, but just a famous Dominican artist. You know what I mean? Hispanic artist, Ruby Perez. You know what I mean? So, rest in peace to them and their family, and everybody else that lost their lives. You know what I mean?
Word.
But that was crazy.
Siento.
What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all feeling today?
Besides this news, I'm still confused as to exactly what the hell went on with that shit. That's the only thing I didn't. Once I started seeing pictures and I started seeing statistics and stuff, I was like, bro, I don't want to. This, oh God, I'd rather wait till this is over with before I start asking and diving into this, and asking questions on a lot of shit. But I still just want to understand how the fuck any of this happened, man. And I don't want to hear this. It's a poor country. It's this. They're building it, bro. Don't do that. I need some truth. I need some. Really blame somebody. No, the zoning was this and the building was that. Like, if you holding that many people and it's a night, come on, bro. Come on.
It is a third world country. Yo, he just killed my whole shit. I don't want to talk no more.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, that's cool. Because I mean, what is for us to really think if we don't really know? I mean, it's a lot of things you can go with. I know someone ain't purposely do that. It wasn't a natural, disaster or anything.
No, yeah.
So the most I could think, like, the building wasn't up to code, or there wasn't no
Yeah, I need blame for something. Don't tell me this is just it's the second world and they don't have things and they don't have no. Let's go into negligence. Whatever person, whatever business, whatever goes on from there needs to get blamed and needs to atone for what the hell is going on.
No, definitely.
Yeah, I think that's going to occur anyway. You know what I mean? Because even though they are where they are, and codes may not be as heavy and enforced like how we are in New York and the United States, but some type of codes is statute. You know what I mean, for the building. Yeah. So yeah, someone's gonna get held responsible for it. You know what I mean? And I think they gonna have 113 plus lives on their account too, on the charges too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I also was like, the little footage that they did show of the roof collapsing, it just seemed like the whole roof caved in. You know what I mean?
You saw it collapse?
Yeah, the roof collapsed. Yeah. Well,
no, I know that. We saw it.
Like when the Ruby Perez was on stage singing, in the background, the lightning, it looked like the lightning that was on top was falling down from afar. Then you see everybody running after that. Then you see the cameras, shaking. Ain't no more there, bro. You gotta pour yourself another cup, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck?
Yo, he got offended by the cup. We think, what are you doing over here, bro? Like, you ain't got nothing in there. Yeah, but they got a little 1 second, half a second of you seeing in the background that the ceiling collapsing. You know what I mean?
That's crazy, man. Rest in peace to the lives lost, man. Sheesh. You said 150 and 150 injured too?
113 confirmed dead and passed away, demise. 150 injured.
Damn.
Over 150 injured. Because 155 the numbers.
I can't even. Oh,
and then, it affected New York City, and that's one of the reasons why I brought it to the show too, because New York City is a heavy Dominican populated area. Population have heavy Dominican population throughout the boroughs, and he was just here a couple of days ago at La Novere. How you say new?
You should have just let Jay read it. You should have just let Jay read it.
How you say Nuevo España. Yeah, okay, whoever. I had it in my when I first read it, you know what I mean? But then I'm like, I can't say it now. I can't say it now. It's not coming out.
Sorry, it's the worth to try. It's worth to try. That's good.
Yeah, man, but it's a heartbreaking situation. He was just out here a couple of days ago. He wanted everybody that was at his show go out to the Dominican Republic to see him perform out there.
You talking about the artist?
Yeah, Ruby Perez. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yep. That sucks.
Yeah. Definitely does.
Again, one thing that we all promise is that, expiration date after we born. I mean, doesn't know. We don't know how we're gonna go, when we gonna go, fast or slow.
Shit,
Forward, I mean,
bro, getting crushed in the club is crazy.
oh, that's definitely crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Getting crushed in the club while I'm dancing with some cheeks is insane, dogs. Like, there's no explaining that. There's no explaining none of that. There's no like you just poof and you just what the fuck? What the fuck just happened?
Thanks for joining us, bro.
We was all dead. What the fuck happened over there? A roof, bro? Nah.
Facts.
I wouldn't out of any
dirty.
Let's call it a accident or natural disaster or something that occurred, a freak accident, anything that could have randomly occurred to do something like that, you'd have never called that. I've been like, oh yeah, a roof is gonna collapse and kill a bunch of people.
Right. That would be the least of your thoughts and your process. Know what I mean?
Like, good thing from my head, man.
Definitely won't say that.
And not like if it was raining outside or thundering or something like that, maybe you'd think something like that because the trees, you know what I mean? You have some type of thought, but
even that's something falling on it, something happening within those. I'd understand something like that, but
was anybody at that club that knew something? That they said no?
Well, we don't know yet as of yet. You know what I mean?
I don't think so. I don't think something like this would be like for a reason, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like this would be like there was nothing to gain from this one.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, is Ruby Perez somebody that's
no,
I mean,
not enough. Oh god, this is gonna be dark as fuck. Considering the people you can make a statement with, and the more of irrelevant people you could have used, that's not somebody. At least in my opinion, you would have taken the first shot at, or at least shot to go ahead and go do something like that.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Did he know something that he should know? Is it possible?
Not even the baseball player, not even the homie that passed. That don't even seem like that.
Salud, Octavio Dotel. Where you at? We love you, brother. I remember 1 year you still used the Met, bro. And you had that heat coming out the bullpen.
Only for 1 year he was with us? Nah, he was with us
for a year, bro.
Nah.
He played with 4 teams.
Nah.
He got traded the next year. Good. Bother sports and variety. I mean, my fault. Sports and entertainment.
I believe you because you do have knowledge on this shit, but I thought he was with us for like 2 or 3 years, bro.
1 year. Maybe a piece of the next one, but he was traded. He was bait. The same way they did Jeff Kent. As soon as he showed he was good, Jeremy Burnitz, that's why they became what they became elsewhere. That's why he became an all-star elsewhere. I believe, yeah, he was an all-star elsewhere. I think it was for the A's.
No, but he was with us for 6 years. But he only came up in our thing for about a year.
Yeah. I mean, it counts, but it don't count.
Yeah.
6 years in the minors.
But I do kind of remember him, you know what I mean? His name or it was like 3 of them at the time, him and 2 other relievers. But anyway, shout out to their family and condolences to the family, man.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Octavio Dotel. Octavio Dotel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had the Dow Jones as well. We're gonna try to get some positive news. We had the Dow Jones go up today. Heavy points pause, you know what I mean? They was up by 7, almost 8% today after, crashing the last couple of days off the since last week and since the terrorists was being mentioned and processed this week it was being implemented. So everybody mostly went to the negotiating table, came back to the United States, was like, yo, listen, we need some help. I think it's charging us too much, you know what I mean? And the only person that didn't give two fucks about what we doing and what we did was China. It was like, fuck you, we raising your shit up. And
What,
then
tariffs?
yeah, tariffs, yes.
So Trump saw that the stock market was plummeting and was like, their little organization came up with a plan. They was like, let's put a pause on everything but steel and aluminum. Let's put a pause on everything.
Yeah, American
Let's give
Steel.
these tariffs to go ahead and go over it. Let's go ahead and chill for a little bit. Let's give it 90 days so everybody can recuperate. They can bounce back and they can go ahead and we can have some positive outlook. But then China was like, fuck y'all, I'm raising you. We're going up 82%. So Trump was like, everybody getting a pack except for them.
Except
They're
for them.
125 now, 125%.
Yep. There's gonna be a tariff war between the
But y'all gotta understand, I don't know if y'all knew before I say it. Every country that we work with has tariffs on us too.
Yeah, and that's
No,
what
absolutely. I get it, but not everyone is as strict or as high as some of the things that we're
Yeah, China
implementing.
just raised theirs.
oh, but last
They
week,
got mad.
but that's what we
They got
discussed
mad at
last
Trump.
week, that when we went up on tariffs, we went up half of what they charging us. You know what I mean? So if we went up to 34%, they charging us 68%. Or maybe 60, maybe charging 70%. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's higher than that. But yeah, but you want to track. I don't have the numbers in front of me. This is just, the things that I've deemed or that I've learned since I've been a Republican. So
yeah, but I did the Republican homework last week, and this is what I'm telling you the numbers are. We any tariffs that we was getting charged, we went basically a little bit less than half that we charged these people back. And
okay, I'm not
only
debating
people
that.
Up high on was China.
Yeah, I'm not going to debate that, but a few of them, their tariffs. I've seen tariffs as high as like before the China thing, but as high as 80-some%. And I'm sitting here like,
90%.
so
Taiwan or one of them over there is charging us like Vietnamese or Taiwan charging 90%.
Yeah, it's something high. It's real high. And I'm sitting here like, so if something breaks out with you on your little island or your nation or whatever it is, I'm gonna take back the little. Something happens to you on your island or your nation, you're gonna need our help, but you want to, bend us over the table.
Hold on.
Huh?
Your argument is a bit flawed there because not everybody wants our help.
Oh no! I know, but the nations I've seen, some of them are our allies. You get what I mean? Because I saw not all of them, but I saw a lot of where the tariffs, who pays, and I'm not. No, I know all of them aren't allies, but
it's all a business at the end of the day, though. That's all got to be going ahead and making some type of money.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is at the end of the day.
And not for nothing, we have we owe people money. You know what I mean? Our country is in we owe people money. We need a deflect. I mean, so we got to get money some way somehow, and you know what I mean. And any way they're going to generate money and they can get money in, they're supposed to be giving us $6 billion or $6 trillion, I think it is, a year. Off this tariffs, but it's going to affect American people one way or another. We're gonna, feel it one way or another. Pause. But again, the Dow Jones itself is up 40,000 points. That's
40,000.
40,000 points. No, they up 40,000. They up 2,960.
I think all of that is like.
How about like 40 points, man? It's like about 10 new billionaires out there now.
Nah,
like 12%, bro. The numbers is crazy compared to what it is. That's what it is. It's percentages is weird when they start doing it and they start calculating. It sounds good. It sounds great on there, but when you look at it as a whole, it'd be like, oh, that's only like a 12% boost on here. But if it keeps on trending that way, that'll be the positive outcome that'll come from that. It can't just be one day worth of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, last week it fluctuated too because they made someone made a announcement on Twitter that they was talking about a pause and they thought the pause was going to happen a couple of days ago, last week Friday I believe it was, and before the government was like, nah, we ain't doing a pause, you know what I mean, and the stock market plummeted a little bit more, you know what I mean. So it's crazy that one word or one phrase could, fluctuate the market like that. I mean,
Well, it's people are intuitive too. The people, everybody want to protect their money, they want to protect themselves, and it's people out for the bottom dollar. At the end of the day, they pay attention to shit like that and how the tides are moving. So you see that shit accordingly. That's why the market went up so much once they found out all that shit was true. Once he signed off on the pause and everything was good, they were like, oh yeah, we need to make as much money as possible right now. We need to go ahead and go do all of this. We need to
yep.
go ahead and get there.
And I kind of think this was like a move that they took into consideration. You know what I mean? Of the stocks going up and down, and you know what I mean. Even though I don't want to say
it's more of a defensive move than anything else. At the end of the day, it's more like, oh shit, the dollar is floundering.
Well, I hope so.
Oh shit, we need to go ahead and start generating some type of revenue. Oh shit, let's go ahead and go do this because the summertime's coming around. And if people ain't spending money here and people ain't traveling, we need to make sure people have some money to go ahead and spend.
Yeah, because and speaking of traveling, they got the real IDs out now that you have to board a plane unless you have a passport. You know what I mean, to travel to domestically.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's another issue that they brought forth to the people too. You know what I mean. Now you need a real your ID is not enough. You need a real ID. Say that's really you. After you are you. You know what I mean? Like money.
I'm gonna be honest. It's just a change of a card. That's all it is. It's like, what is it like? It's still the same amount. Still like $8 or some shit like that.
Nah, is it?
Yeah, it's not a huge steep to update, especially if your card is valid. It's
Yeah.
not that.
I thought it was actually like $60 more, bro.
No.
That's what I seen on the news.
Yeah.
I thought for $40.
If that's the case at all, if that comes up, because I don't know this much about it on there, I would understand people's like outcry to go ahead and go that way. I'm weary of planes as it is. I'm not looking to travel anywhere far. Like, homies is within driving distance. I don't mind road trips, bro.
It's $11 more. It's $11 more.
Yeah, see, it's not that much expensive. I think it's expensive if you don't have an ID or your ID is expired to get a whole new one to go into it. I think that's where it's more expensive. It's a couple more $1,000 on there.
The upgrade, $11.
Yeah, but that's always the play, bro. That's always the play on those little things. That's how the DMV makes money. It'll tell you save money by getting a new card before it expires. If you let it expire, it'll charge you extra because it has to give you a whole brand new card. You gotta go through the whole shit all over again.
But you still gotta send 6 points of ID for you to get the upgrade.
Which is pretty dumb because you already have it. But if I'm not mistaken, it's like points. It's like 2 points of like your regular ID, your birth certificate.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need.
A debit card or something, or a credit card that has your thing on it. That's pretty much all it is.
But my whole point.
But you do have a. Why would you need all of that if you're already as a DMV thing? That's a whole ploy to go ahead and just get people to just. Let's visit the DMV, guys. Let's go ahead and get over here and get in there.
This is my last
stand in the line for 3 hours and then get called into the room where you got to wait another 3 hours for your number to get called. And go ahead and go do all of that. And then deal with somebody who's already dealt with 9,000 other people grumpy as fuck to deal with you. And you just be like, I just want this card, bro.
Facts.
I don't care. I just want to do this.
Facts. And that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Because of COVID, they made all that shit, especially over here when you got to get shit. They made everything fucking appointment based. You got to make sure you stay on it. You got to be there. And you got to go. And it's like you streamline shit to have people still wait. I don't get it. It's a piece of shit.
Fucking crazy, bro. Money.
That's why people bring $3,000 worth of pennies to the DMV.
That is hilarious.
That was awesome. And now you got to sit there and count it because you got to take my tender.
We touched on that. So our other subject, man, more tragedy, more young people, you know what I mean, wasting their lives and taking lives, you know what I mean. In Virginia, we have 3 people killed. And 2 18-year-old men and 1 20-year-old man was that's the 2 people that was demised, and 3 other people was injured, wounded by 4 suspects in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Fredericksburg.
Yeah, yesterday.
That just sounds Fredericksburg. I bet you I wouldn't move. I'm good. It's like moving to Lynchburg and then wondering what happened. Bro, you moved to Lynchburg. What did you think was gonna happen?
Yo, that's crazy. Just imagine, bro. Just imagine you grew up that you had no other choice, but you was born there.
Yeah, what if you wasn't?
Yeah, I would have to get out of there real quick.
What? End up in LA trying to be an actor. Jellicoe. Where was Jellicoe? Was that Tennessee?
I think so.
Yeah. I went to Tennessee a couple times just to get some hot chicken. I don't know who I thought I was, but it was fun. It was fun. And shout out to Ma B. Ma B, they doing their damn thing. Whoever say white people can't make chicken, they lying. They lying. And Ma B's. I wish I still had the hat. It was so good. I bought a hat from them. Dad hat. I bought me a no, I didn't. I wouldn't have bought that. Shorty bought it for me. Bought me a dad hat. I'm mad I lost it.
That was not funny. He was like, I wouldn't go buy that. I wouldn't have done
I would have
that.
bought it. I liked the I did like it. And I mentioned I liked it. And I guess at the time she was trying to show me I spend money on my man. I'm like, all right, well, it's $20, but okay, yeah, I'll take the Ma B's hat. The Aunt B's.
That's funny.
Aunt B's. I think it's Aunt B's, not Ma B's. But whoever she is, I love her chicken. You got to go to I went to Nashville.
I read this story on there, and I just laugh because it's just every time, and I say this with every understanding of what I'm saying. Every time I don't want to read it as a statistic, people prove me wrong. And it's always the same shit. And it's always the same thing. What killed me at the end of the day, no pun intended, what destroyed me and made me laugh very hard was the fact that it showed that it was young people going against slightly older people. You could understand the crowd that was probably around and just assume what went on from there. And I was just like, why? Just why? Just robbery on there, whatever the case, a gun sale. I read so many things. It's all just dumb. Just all dumb. All things I just wish I didn't have to go ahead and go cover and go. Damn. Just look at this, bro. Just look at this. I've lived my whole life trying not to be part of a statistic, and I just see people just living it. Just let me add on to this. I don't know the tomfoolery that's already out there. As if they don't already have enough clicks and views to go ahead and go view us on and looking dopey as fuck. Now they got something like this to go ahead and be like, you see, look, you see, can't even get along, can't even go ahead and go do shit. Come on,
right? That shit crazy, man.
Shit tragic, bro. It kills me, and I hate to. I understand that it's negative, and I understand what I'm saying. And the viewers, I apologize. Subscribers, I apologize. But it's just the truth. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. This is why when I'm with my homies and I'm with my friends and I go ahead and I go tell them I go ahead and lead a positive message. All right. I might be the bitch right now, bro. But you know what I'm gonna go ahead and go do? Not be a part of this statistic that's about to go happen. I ain't about to go ahead and go down this road to go ahead and go be on that. Why? Why are we gonna go do that? Why? There's enough between words you can get by. If you need to go ahead and go put hands on somebody, I understand it. But anything further than that, you want to escalate into a situation where it doesn't need to be, bro, that's all on you. You want to be a part of that statistic. Be better. Be better, do better.
Do better,
the only way to do better is by going ahead and showing that you can be better.
I don't know, because I was never a dumb little kid. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And
It's
neither was one of us. You know what I mean? Neither of us. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that,
if
like,
you was to break down like just this, because I have a talk with this. I had a talk with this with a professional, and if you break down the stats of just how us as men grow up and all the things we've covered throughout the whole shows we've said and all the things we've talked about, statistically, it will make sense why our lives wouldn't have been worse than what they are. The fact that we went the other way and made sure that positivity and we're not a part of the negative groups and all the other shit that we know that we have friends that go ahead and go do, show like it's possible to go ahead and go do it. But the fact that that other statistic is still there, and then we still have friends that'll be like, yeah, I know somebody that did that. Yeah, I know somebody that's still on that. Yeah, I know somebody that's on. Yeah, I know. Shit kills me, bro.
but that's what I'm trying to say. But it never got to the bottom or to the low, to where it was like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't weigh out the consequences, or I didn't look, at the pros and the cons of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I know that if I did this shit, I could get in trouble, I get arrested. But I know if I get arrested, the time ain't that steep, or it's my first time getting arrested, so it ain't gonna be that bad. You know what I mean? Now I know that it's twists and turns and shit where shit could go all the way left. You know what I mean? Inside a certain situation where you don't mean for it to go left, but then you just like guarantee that these people had more than one time that shit went left more than once. You know what I mean? So if it went left one time, two times, then that profession is not for you. You know what I mean? Like, this shit ain't for you.
You shouldn't just be around shit like that.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's just being around it and being subjugated to shit like that. I understand. We made a joke as soon as we came up. As soon as it put, what is it, Williamsburg, Schaumburg, whatever. It. Oh shit, that sounds crazy already to be over there. All right.
Word.
You already know the guy to go. So why put yourself in a situation on it? It all revolved around a weapon, if I'm not mistaken. It all revolved around a weapon. So either whether it was a sell of something, or whether it was a sell of the weapon, or whether it was a deal or something that went on, and people end up there because of this. Now people are about to lose. What is it? Four or five people arrested, about to go ahead and go lose their life.
Yep. And that's what I was getting at. Like, now you're gonna go face some hard time for it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, that's a Commonwealth ass state, man.
And then not only are you going in there as a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, but now you're gonna have to face the consequences that go on to jail. You know what I mean?
With an adult crime, it don't even matter. With an adult crime, where a prosecutor could be like, "Yo, you are deemed a menace to society. We do not want you walking on the street. Your bond is fucking $200,000, $500,000. You can't cover none of that. Nobody's gonna bond you out. Nobody's gonna take it. Yeah, that won't happen, bro.
Word.
You done lost everything, all of that. And now on top of that, plus the people that are no longer with us because of the mishap. What is that? 9 people now altogether once you add them as all? Bro, that's crazy. Excuse me, fellas.
Yeah, man. Definitely is.
You gotta watch who you be around, watch who you influenced by. You gotta teach this shit to your kids at home when they little. You gotta be careful, man, because people be influenced by the wrong ish. And then next thing you know, they behind bars. Now they a road warrior for jail.
That shit ain't cool.
Because a lot of times you don't stay in the same jail all the time. Sometimes you get moved around, especially if you go to the feds. You committing capital murder, things like capital deletion, things like that.
You know what? Like I said, fuck YouTube. You know what I mean? And I mean that with a passion, man, because you guys censors us to down to the itty gritty. And according to my constitutional rights, I have freedom of speech, and I'm not promoting nothing. I'm just reporting news, and I'm giving you my opinion on the facts and the matters. So if you want to scrub me, you want to take away from me when I start getting monetized, then fuck you anyway. You know what I mean? I'm tired of being restricted out here. I really am. I sound like a Republican?
Shit.
About time.
I came into the ending of that
you
one.
said
Damn.
Democratic, though.
Word.
That was
I
really
stand
more
by that. I
Democratic.
like that, Doc. Whatever. I'll let that Doc lead the charge. Let's go. Let's do it.
Nah. See, it was more Democratic because he mentioned the problem. You'll be Republican when you start doing something about it. Yeah. You got your Republican ways. You definitely do. Because you definitely, when you believe in something, you know, you just got to believe in the true, what it really was supposed to be. The true American way. Not the shit that it's been, but the true American way.
Like I said, bro, I'm American all day. You know what I mean? I'm patriotic and all. I love America. But like I said, I grew up, and I know how I grew up and what. And not everybody grew up like that, but I could see how people could look at accept America for what it is. You know what I mean? Because they have treated us in the wrong way. But you got to use it to your advantage, bro. You here?
We do. Jay, you can come over too, bro.
Where am I
We need
going
Jay Republican hood too.
Oh, fuck. Bruh.
Listen. Well, I got to give you the lesson I have to give other black people and people of color.
Listen.
Don't be fooled, people. He just light skinned. He really ain't. You know what I mean?
Just I can speak a little Spanish. That's it.
And that's
just
crazy.
Because I don't agree doesn't mean I don't think some of the things that they represent are correct. Right?
You're right. You're right. Because it is
go ahead. Or as religion, just as we will be talking about religion, I would always never say that I don't believe in anything whatsoever. I'm open to everything. I accept a lot of things from everything. And when it comes to government and shit like this and going to go talk, I'm more what you call like a bipartisan person. I like things from a lot of different places.
Yeah, I got you. I
accept that for a lot. I just don't like when people go too far towards a direction.
Yeah.
You understand?
Extremists.
This is the problem that I have now is that we would be able, this would be funny if this was the matter, if this was the group. If you were the Republican and he was the Democrat and I was the guy that was in the middle, this would legitimately be like a 90s pop show. Like you get it? Like I get to exactly where it would be.
That's literally what it is right now.
So, but this is that's the where I would go. Where it would be like that would be the understand. Like you'd have to have this type of group and understanding to go ahead and go beyond it. I just don't like it when people go too far on both sides. Where they go, no, the far that I accept all these values and I accept all of this and don't learn to accept the flaws that some of the things that they want to go ahead and have, and one of the things they want to do that, and it goes. I don't want to use the term too far in either direction, but then the conversation sways back and forth, and then it goes. I'm not ready to go ahead and just be like, yeah, I'm planting my stake here. No, I'm not. It doesn't make sense.
No,
I like to be on there. I like anyone who's not willing to subjugate the First Amendment and to go ahead and have the right to say anything that you go on from there. That's the best I have from there. Just like Doc said, no suppression if you have anything that's on there. I'm not doing anything bad. I'm not promoting anything illegal. I'm not going ahead and saying any propaganda that hasn't been said anywhere else. Our news is our opinions, and you know, if there's something else from there, if you gather anything from there, that's the one thing you should remember.
No, that's a fact. Because I dig it. Because that's how I was at first. You know, when I was whistling and doing street shit, and I'm like, I don't give a shit who's the president. I don't care who the mayor is. I don't care. As long as they don't stop the flow.
I do care enough where it goes. Since I was able to learn to and had the right to vote, I was always interested in where exactly it is my votes were going to. So this is why I'm always open to either side, because I don't care what flag is behind you, bro. I don't. What are you bringing to the table? That's more of the person that I am. What are you saying? What are you delivering? What it is at the end of the day? Don't dog and pony show me. Don't shake my hand and kiss babies me. Don't. It's not a newsreel. It's not a. Give me the true nitty gritty of whatever it is that you want. What is your stance on things? What is it you feel and how you're gonna do things? All right. That's the only way I can go ahead and get in there and judge somebody and be like, all right, they deserve my vote. Or go
Nope. Because
for
if
stuff
you
like
ain't
that.
black, if you ain't black, if you ain't voting for me, you was not black.
I ain't black. I'm sorry.
Yo,
My bad.
yo, but that's the crazy shit that you know what I mean. These parties go through, bro. And I'm with you, Jay. What do you bring to the table? What are you talking
It's the
about?
crime bill.
Where's it going to benefit us at? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why
You know what I mean?
I thought real carefully about this one. And well, this election really made the Democrats look bad. I know this is not a political show. I'll be dropping my own. I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight or tomorrow. I don't know, but Democrats look bad because of they chose to run on the grounds of the 1%, the LMNOP crew. They ran off the rainbow shit, and that's what fucked them. Because now you got not only are Republicans are mostly conservative, but you have conservative Democrats as well. You two guys, you have no basically no party, but you're still a conservative. You believe in family, you believe in the old school style of doing things.
Pretty much. You can say that,
yeah, you conservative.
That's something in that aspect I can accept, yeah.
Yeah, it's conservative. I'm for that too. No matter how much shit I talk, I'm still about having your wife, your family, and trying to live happily ever after. I believe in that wholeheartedly. I believe in the nuclear family. We believe in the nuclear family. That's old school. That's how it's supposed to be. You're sitting there.
I only care about if you want to just go ahead and go get married. I'm more of a family values person, but I think marriage is for everybody on there because I don't really agree with marriage as it is on paper. If you want to be stuck with one person, if you want to be stuck with one person and that person is your person and there ain't nobody else out there for you, bro, more power to you. Go ahead and go do that. Go sign your papers. Go do what you got to go ahead and go do. I go ahead and go do all that. But if you want to talk to me about how values should work and how things should be split down the middle, you're going to get exactly what you said. It's going to be split right there. There's going to be a masculine thing and there's going to be a feminine thing. If you can't agree on something like that, then I don't have nothing else for you, bro. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm not going to go do this is exactly what it is. This is how I feel about things. This is how I go ahead and go on that. Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be, bro.
But it's accepted. This is why I don't lean either way. And that's why I love having friends that are open to go ahead and, have a conversation to help me understand certain things on either side or depending on whatever it is. That's how a conversation should be. But depending on whatever it is, the same thing comes with like religion or whatever your views are that'll be crazy, Help me understand where you feel on that one so I can understand and be on that. I'm never going to judge you for it. It's never going to change who we are. So it doesn't matter if we talk about it or not.
Religion?
Yeah.
I don't do religion at all.
Anything.
I don't believe in any religion.
Any of the big things to go ahead and go talk about like that.
Yeah, I don't do religion. Like if I was going to do religion, I'd believe in Zeus and Hercules. I'd go Greek with the Greek mythology. I call all of it mythology. Because if the Greeks, if their shit is called mythology and they believe in many gods or whatever, then all of that shit is mythology. Well, pardon my friend. Let me not call it shit. Excuse me. I apologize.
I wouldn't call it
people that's watching, they might be rubbed the wrong way. I don't mean to call it shit, but I don't indulge. I mean, I believe in evolution, I guess.
My thing to support your argument is tell me the difference between that and what you're saying. Did yours come from a story? Yes. Did yours come from a book? Yes. Did it come from some type of written down scripture? Yes. Was it passed down from years and generations and eons and yes. What the fuck is the difference?
One can be proven.
It's not what both of them are both written. They both shown up. Go ahead and go. You can't prove a religion. It doesn't. I mean, you can't prove what the religion believes in.
You can prove the characters were there.
But that's not religion at the end of the day. It's normally a god. It's gods or the creation or creator at the end of it if you boil it down. That's normally what's the difference on that. It's not the messengers. The messengers are always going to be different. All the messengers are always different. That's why we have so many different people who say they've gone down this road. But it's the at the end of the day, it either varies from one or many. And that one, it was many. It was written down. It was many, and that's the only
Oh, you
difference.
talking about Greek mythology?
Yes.
Okay. I was confused. I thought you was battling science.
Yeah. No.
No, they're both
Agreeing with
like,
that.
yeah.
No. Agreeing that Greek mythology and saying whatever religion
American mythology, or Christian
isn't
mythology.
folklore or isn't a mythology or isn't a thing. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing.
And for
Only
me,
thing
I
that's
just learned
different is some messengers. That's it.
what I just learned was that Christianity wasn't even a European-born thing. Christianity was formed in Africa. I did not know that. And the crazy part is, an American, a European American, they don't say that. So I'm trying, a Caucasoid was the one delivering a message. And I've heard him multiple times, I don't really listen to religious stuff, but every now and then, if I hear something like, all right, I never heard this before. Let me hear this. Let me hear that. See, it's not just because I'm not into it, I will still listen. I just don't have to, swallow the food.
But that's exactly that's in layman terms. That's pretty much exactly what I'm saying. Like but my thing is that I also am open to whatever anybody believes in. Like I'm never gonna go ahead and be like you're wrong. I'm not gonna go ahead and argue against you. I'm never gonna go ahead and go do that. The only time I invite debate inside of religion or something like this is if you're willing to stand on something that I don't understand, and we need to go back and forth for you to explain it to me, because I'm a factual based person, and you're normally in a religion, you're gonna lose those arguments. So I don't want to be like, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. I already believe and understand what you're trying to spew here. I accept it. At the end of the day, we should just all be good people, and that's where I like the most and everything. That's in there.
We should all be good people. And that's the only part of conservative that I'm not. I'm not religious. Conservatives are mostly Christians, mostly, or at least religious. My mama's a Catholic and her son is an atheist. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'd be left-handed too, just like you, Brody. Catholicism, you're not supposed to be left-handed because you'd be the Lucifer's God. And look, Ma, what happened? You made me right-handed. And then I don't even believe what you told me. See that, Ma? I still love you though, but
that's man.
Yeah, I was on a fast track to being Daryl Strawberry for real, man. I was on a fast track, man. I remember the day I started kindergarten, and I had, you trace your letters. This is how traumatic. This is trauma. This is trauma. I remember the whole thing, and that's 1986. I want y'all to know that. That was 1986. I just started kindergarten. I had to trace letters. That was my homework assignment, trace letters. So, of course, what hand do you pick up a pencil with? The one you're most comfortable with. Am I right? Am I right? I picked up the pencil and went to go trace in my left hand. And I hear, Roz, look what hand this boy picked up this pencil with. Wow! Right upside where you ringing. I know what the ringing is. The ringing in your ear. And then I pick up the pencil with my damn right hand and I start writing. What happens? What the hell kind of, you got me writing with my off hand and now you're mad that it looks horrible. Because it's always weird because in sports I can do everything with, like, I could be a switch hitter if I wanted to play. If I was playing stickball, I wasn't trying that though. It's like, hold up, let me not try to play that because get one swing, one shot. And I'm not gonna play left hand. I'm gonna play right hand. But like shooting basket, everything is like my mom's beat me right-handed. CeeLo, what it do, Brody?
What up, CeeLo?
And that's one thing I don't forgive her for. That and making me throw out all my cards. Yeah, I had cards as old as 1978. My uncle gave me. I had Bucky Dent, Louis Tiant. Like, that's just the Yankees I remember. I had Jim Rice. Yeah, Jim Rice. And then my cards were just even better. Like, I had like 9 Nolan Ryans for the different teams he played for. Ken Griffey Jr.'s rookie card. Like, I had cards. Mark McGuire's rookie card. Sammy Sosa's rookie card. Like, I had cards. Cards. Basketball, baseball, football, what's the X-Men joint? The Marvel cards. I had cards, bro. They don't even make Marvel cards anymore. And all of my stuff was in sleeves. Everything was in sleeves. I love my cards almost as much as I love my mother. Dead serious. I had 5,000 baseball cards. I had 2,000 basketball cards, and I had 500 football cards and like 200 Marvel cards. That was my life. You know how much money that was? Forget how much I paid. You know how much money that would be for me right now?
Yeah.
And everything was in plastic. Even the bums were in plastic. Everybody in plastic. Didn't matter who you were. Joe Orsolak, you're in plastic. Dave Magadan, you're in plastic too. Everybody gets plastic. And the only cards that, and then I had the solo joints. The joints, the hard plastic. You know what? F Catholicism. I said it. How about that? Shove that up your rear end.
That's horrible. Sorry, we went all of that. All of this because he was lefty. All of that just came after
All of
that.
that because I
After
was
they
lefty.
changed that, all of that to the there. Without that, we wouldn't even know Jack.
You know what, Mama? It's all right. I'm glad I gave you hell. I am glad I gave you hell. I am glad. All the nights I stayed out, broke night. You ain't know where I was. I was in Wagner. Threw my cards away. You hurt my feelings. You hurt me in here. You're the only woman that ever hurt me in here.
My corazon.
Now it's black under here. You hurt me, Ma. You hurt me. But I love you because you know when you left us, I made sure I represented you. Tony Jack. I wanted to whoop you, but I still made sure I represented you the right way. So, you know, if there is a real religion and you out there somewhere, you owe me some money. So make sure I win something.
That's mad funny.
And I love you.
That's mad funny.
You continue playing Bridge with Jesus. All of them people up there.
Calling in his crib now. He's like, oh shit. Gonna have to come over here. I'll see a belt floating to you. Nigga, come over here. Come here.
I'm a last story about my mom. Now that's it. It's not even a long story. When my mom passed away, right? Doc can tell you this one. I fell into a rut that I've never fell into again, ever again. No matter who passes away, I accept shit and I move. I was like, I guess you could say I was really depressed for the first time ever and the last time ever in my life. I was at Doc's house for like 2 weeks, bro. And then when I went back to the Bronx, which I didn't even want to do. I went back to the Bronx. I went to sleep that night and my mom's was in my dream. And I didn't even know it was a dream because it was like she never passed away because she was about to whoop my ass and I was 21 years old. Bruh, she sat there and was like, did I raise you to be like this? Because I said I was depressed. I wasn't doing shit and I lost 40 pounds. Straight up, I went from 210 to 170. Doc said I had AIDS. Like, yo, you look like you smoking crack and you got AIDS, bro. I was sitting there like, what? And then I got on this note, I didn't know. I didn't know. I got on, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm 210 pounds. I got on the scale, that shit said 170. It probably said 169 and I rounded up. I'm 6 feet tall and I was 169, 170 pounds, bro. I was broken. And then she came to me in a dream and got up on me. Did I raise you to be like this, motherfucker? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting there the same way I used to be as a kid with the, no. Bro, within a week, bro, I had a job as a security guard in Staten Island, my G. On it. Like, I needed that, mama. I needed that. And then I gained some of my weight back. But dead ass, bro, I had that dream and that shit was like, yo, I gotta do something.
Wait till tomorrow.
I gotta do something.
Wait till
I
tonight.
thank you for that, mama. You got that one. But that was like, yo, why am I still scared? And I mean, I was doing the no.
Shit. Shit. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm good with this
Yeah.
accent.
I ain't never been so motivated in my life, bro. And I've had guns pointed at me. I've had guns pointed at me, and I wasn't no more motivated ever than that. Other than trying to make the football team.
That's I see it now every time I go around, and I go ahead and I'll see it, and I hear like a mom yell out, or I hear them go ahead and go see something, and I'll be the first one to turn around like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on over there? Like, nah, I ain't do nothing over there today. That shit just reminded me today that some lady was yelling at her dog outside on the. I was like. It's like, fuck off. I was like, what the fuck? What the hell going on with you? Oh, shit, I'm sorry. I was like, I thought I was in trouble on there. I thought I did something wrong. I'm just trying to do my job on the side. Just go ahead and not sneak up on nobody over there. I don't like that shit. I'm traumatized every time I hear that shit on there.
Nah, B. You know who's Gmar I love? Jay's. I would have loved to grow up around Jay's Gmar as a kid. I would have loved getting cursed out in 2 languages. Sitting there like, and when she goes to the games, bro, that's where I met her, of course. Bro, she used to be the loudest at the game, and then she knew what she was talking about, so it made it even worse. I loved it. I loved it.
She played that fake little Spanish old lady shit very, very well. My grandma was definitely awesome. She played that shit very, real. That's why when I see them go over there, I be having to cut the clout. Like, no, we're not doing this. Now, I know you understand what the fuck is going on over here. Let's not do this. No, but you're so sweet. No. I got a grandma. I had a grandma just like you. Don't do that. What you mean? What's going on?
Firecracker. I loved his grandma. Like, oh wow,
very smart and understood exactly where it was that you can be a voice on the outside and fuck a lot of people up to go ahead and all you gotta do is say something. That's what you gotta do.
Or be the away team, because oh boy, when they used to come, like when they started bringing people from the Bronx over, when they was coming from the Bronx, I thought, what's his name, the Spanish guy with the long Frankie. When Frankie and them started coming down, and we used to, well, of course, we all playing them, and she used to just get on whoever was just came there. And it's like, damn, I think she might mess my mind up. Like, yo, in 2 languages. She's gonna hit you with some Spanish, and then she's gonna talk shit in English too. I want everybody to know what I'm talking about. Loved her. You'd have loved her too, Doc. For real.
Facts.
I believe it.
Love you, Bolita.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I can't have no dreams about her, man. All of them just leave me exactly how you was. Them just leave me traumatized. I know that means I'm doing something wrong. I gotta go ahead and go be up. No, I don't. No, I love you too. Yeah, no. It's never I love you. It's always like, oh shit, I fucked something up. No, I don't. I already hear you in the back of my head when I'm not cleaning something right already and not doing something right the right way. No, you better look at that shit again. I got you. I'm with you.
Yo,
Be on that.
what's crazy though is like, this is the reason why we give y'all guys this show. You know what I mean? This is the reason why we come on this show, and we may give you out the news, but we also provide insight on our lives and what we going through mentally, and as well just airing shit out on our individual ends. You know what I mean? So, I appreciate you guys. You know what I mean? All the time,
I've
bro.
always appreciated you motherfuckers too, man. We've covered this shit before, man. If you don't have friends, and I say that F word very, very tightly, no pun intended. I do not call and regards a lot of people to friends, but if you can find friends as we found in each other, to go ahead and talk exactly whatever the fuck you need to talk, no matter the situation, it can't get any greater than that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh nah, niggas is broed up. Salute to the brotherhood.
It can't. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It helps. It helps. It even if you just get some of this shit off, it helps at the end of the day. It helps show that you're a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's tough. It's tough. We've said it before. It's tough being a man outside out there in the world, man. It's and anybody can fake the funk, but to be truthful and be real about it and find funny situations and all the bullshit that goes on. It says a lot, man.
That's facts. That's facts, bro. That's facts. You know what I mean? Any final thoughts, shout outs?
Yo, shout out to everybody, man. It's all love. Miss Brinson, CEO. I mean, Yellow Tape is always fun. Enrique, appreciate you for coming through. Jay, Tio Jay, Doc, is always, this shit always fun. Blase blah. You know what I mean? Same routine. Jewy, my fault. Jewy was good, Jewy.
Yeah, Jewy was waiting before we started the show, bro. He was
all right,
hey, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Loyalty.
All right. No bullshit. So now that I actually have you guys here, I can say this on here. We can just start talking about it beforehand. WrestleMania is coming, right? I want to go ahead and go do a WrestleMania thing because it's also 420. So I wanted to formally invite you guys to see if we were going to go ahead and go do something on there. If you guys would be free for that day.
When is WrestleMania? It's a Saturday, right?
420. It's 2 days, but it's the first one is 420. One of them is 420. The second day is 420. If I'm not mistaken. It's Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, I'm off Saturdays. Well, shit, this Sunday. I'm available at. Well, I gotta go out this Sunday.
It's next week.
Oh, next Sunday I'm good. I'm gonna just make sure I don't. Well, ain't nothing to plan because I
just wanted to throw that out there ahead of time just in case we get everything going. And shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all plug in to go ahead and go view on that one. That viewing party is gonna be live.
So we gonna do it on my network or yours, Uncle Jackie? Or we can do it
on mine. I don't care. It don't matter what you want to do.
Right.
It don't matter because I'm available.
Just understand the paraphernalia is gonna be in the motherfucking air. As long as nobody gives a fuck about that, I don't give a fuck about nothing else. And obviously, wrestling, it's always my shit. It's always gonna be good. It's gonna be technically the ending of the year show. So
what's that, pay-per-view?
Yeah, a live event. We'll talk about that before we go ahead and go that way.
Right.
So we'll have that covered beforehand. I got you.
Cool.
I ain't seen I don't think I ever saw WrestleMania.
So this is what makes it good. I get to invite my 2 friends who don't normally watch something like that to go ahead and watch that, and on top of that, get to celebrate another of our Stone holiday. I feel like that's a win-win.
That's a win-win.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Right? See what I'm saying?
Because I at least know the characters. I know some of the characters, so I'm fine.
I will 150% completely guide you through the entire event. I go ahead and answer any questions that's going on from there. To me personally, I don't know the card because it's always subject to change. Something's always going on. But it's normally second days is normally the stronger days besides the first few matches in the first days. So I'm not looking to go ahead and go through both. One should be the ending of the day, ending of the night type of thing. So it should be perfect.
Yeah, fact.
So y'all got some shit coming up though. Y'all got WrestleMania. Then y'all got SummerSlam. Damn near a couple of months after that. It is
sometimes like August and shit, but yeah, that's the beginning of everything starting all over again.
See, I've never seen none of those, but I've seen a fucking WCW, the Super Bowl of the WCW. I forgot what it was back in the day.
Oh, nigga, this is gonna be good. Trust me, it's gonna be good. It's good.
I believe you.
It's the card, yeah. So the 20th, you guys check us out, but we definitely gonna be lit.
Absolutely.
We're gonna see. We're gonna do it 2 days, but the 20th for sure, because we're gonna celebrate both holidays. You know what I mean? WrestleMania and 420.
Facts.
So salute to you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming out. I mean, that we had the season finale last week. Salute to everybody that came out and joined and commented. Let us know that we use in the building. Appreciate everybody that's going to watch it after the fact as well.
Check out Uncle Jackie. Hold on, my fault. Check out Uncle Jackie. I think I'm doing something at 8:00 tonight. It's either going to be either conspiracy theory or Uncle Jack, the Republican black, conservative black, not Republican. I just wanted to rhyme better. The conservative black.
So check that. Subscribe. Make sure your notification bell is alright for all notifications. And if you ain't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Once again, appreciate you guys. And we out.
See you guys. Have a good night. Peace.
Hold it down, bro.
Practice. I can show you practice. I can show you how to put $1 million in a mattress. I can show the difference between an icon and a classic. Baby in the major should be rolling in a basket. I'm advanced, and it's a lot of dance. From anywhere, my jury jump like Ja Morant. And Kif Tower Shorts got me tanning with the babes. You would be a surfer if you ever had this wave. I just switch up my cabana, they throw shade. Matter top 5 and top wives, no I'm the fade. And though I'm out the loop, I be mute, playing cute, nothing to say to you. Cause when I'm back home, I'm like Kyrie, I won't play with you. This is magic with the fur. Tim Duncan on the spur. Tanya Harton on the skate. This that Kobe number 8. This the kick over the head in the hand of Sue Bird. This boy's superb. All I got is 2 words. Mace. Kiss.
Middle of the game, I'm standing out in the crowd. Arms so hard, gotta stack that can't stop my vibe. Got the beats banging, speakers bumping loud. I'm the king of the game, I'm standing out in the crowd. I'm so hard, gotta stack that cash. Yellow tape wrapped around, I'm making a splash. My flow so hot, it's burning up the scene. When I step into the room, you know what I mean. Yellow tape, yellow tape, yellow tape, yellow tape. We on fire, we the ones in charge. Ain't no time. Turn it up, let the beat drop low. Yellow tape everywhere, it's our time to show.
Doc, Uncle Jackie, talk with flair in the world of sports, ain't nothing rare. He constructed plays, breaking it down. East Coast vibe setting the tone in town. From touchdowns to home runs, they cover it all. The podcast hype is never gonna fall. Tio Jay sparking the bass, driving the flow. With every episode, their legend starts to grow. Tune in to rhythm, feeling East Coast pride. Doc, Jackie and Tio Jay taking you for a ride. Every story unfolds with precision and might. Sports come alive under the spotlight. Doc, Uncle Jackie, talk with flair in the world.
Yo, if this is the 90s, your man would have had to make a whole song.
We walking on the same. Uncle Jackie and the DOJ team. Podcast live. Catch us on the stream. East Coast vibes. Heavy with the beam. We're the talk. All on the map. Spitting truth in every rap. Got the city on our back. No chance, man. No cap.
Yellow tape, we're here to say. Podcast buses night and say. Doc and Uncle Jackie in the mic zone. Tio Jay Sports for legends and bros. Queer rhythm gods in the flow, no clone. Chatting up stories that we highlight. Show. From the East Coast streets, rap echo flows. Doc and the crew where spotlight shows. Uncle Jackie's voice like the wind that blows.
Cash hustle, everybody knows.
From the East Coast streets, rap echo flows. Doc and the crew where spotlight shows. Uncle Jackie's voice like the wind that blows.
Cash hustle, everybody knows.
From the East Coast, Doc and Uncle Jackie in the mic zone. Tio Jay Sports for legends and bros.